moviegoers, and welcome to another edition of Have You Seen It? I'm your host, Denise, and this week it is time for another oldie but goodie. So when I do this segment, there is no my favorite actor, and there's also no nailed it. Just a trip down memory lane, reviewing or talking a little bit about an oldie but goodie. And this week, my oldie but goodie is $1 Million Baby. Stars Clint Eastwood, Morgan Freeman, and Hilary Swank. This movie came out in, let's say, I think it was 2004. It cleaned up at the Academy Awards, won Best Director, Clint Eastwood, Best Picture, Best Supporting Actor, Morgan Freeman, and Best Actress, Hilary Swank. This movie is one of my favorites, and boy, was it good. So for those of you who have never seen $1 Million Baby, this movie is about a trainer, Frankie, played by Clint Eastwood, ill-tempered, curmudgeon type of guy who reluctantly agrees to train a young woman, Maggie, played by Hilary Swank. He reluctantly agrees to train her. She's an up-and-coming boxer with not a whole lot to lose. She comes from less than humble beginnings and has always wanted to become a boxer and to become the best boxer she could. And in order for her to do that, she needed to be trained by the best. And in her opinion, Frankie was that guy. The determination, first of all, Hilary Swank really prepared for this film. So she was buff, in boxer form from head to toe. And in this role, she was determined. She had tenacity, she wouldn't give up, and she just kept kind of needling Frankie and saying, I know you're the best, you train the best, and I'm pretty good, and I'm going places, and you're going to want to train me, and you're going to want to take this ride with me. And his biggest issue was the fact that she was a girl and he didn't train girls. And so once he got over that and saw that, okay, there is some potential there, not only does she become a pretty good boxer and makes, some money that she can send home and help the greedy, selfish family that she came from. And so everything is looking up. Everything is looking good until she is in a championship bout, which is really going to put her on the map. And her opponent does something really dirty. And that scene itself really got to me. Because it was done in slow motion, this dirty deed that her opponent did. And not only visually could you see that, oh my gosh, this is not going to turn out well, the sound effects made it even worse. So seeing it and listening to it, you just felt for this character. Well, fast forward, she was, paralyzed from the neck down, and that obviously was not the life that she wanted for herself, wasn't why she became a boxer. Her dreams just kind of flashed before her. But the scene, the death scene at the end of this movie. She basically asks her trainer to do her a favor. And I remember when I saw this, I was like, what could she possibly want him to do for her at this point in her life? This tragic thing has happened. What could he do? And so she basically asks him to help her in her life. And he refuses outright. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not participating in something like that. I'm not going to help you do this. And he says no. But because she wants to end her life so badly, she actually tries to do that in the hospital. And the scene is pretty graphic and disturbing. And so he changes his mind and comes back to the hospital in the dead of night. Visiting hours are over. And I kind of wondered, how did he get in the hospital through this particular door and no one see him, or cameras are not there? But that was in 2004. And he woke her up. He told her exactly what he was going to do. This was not going to be long and drawn out. He told her exactly what he was going to do. He said, I'm going to disconnect your machine. I'm going to give you a shot. And you are going to sleep and you're not going to wake up. And she just smiled. And I cried like crazy, because she knew that I can't live my life like this. He knew it, knew that what he was doing was wrong, but he wanted to honor her wishes. And I remember sitting there after that scene thinking, you know what? Fast forward, this is 2025. If I were in that situation and I knew that if I asked someone to do that for me, and I knew that they wouldn't get in trouble for it, they wouldn't go to jail, nothing would happen to them, I think I might do the same thing. I felt for her. I really, really felt for her in that movie. So $1 Million Baby is my oldie but goodie for this week. Check this movie out if you've never seen it, or if you want to take a trip back down memory lane, you won't be disappointed. All right, folks, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that like button. And remember, I am available on BlueSky at HYSI. All right, moviegoers, you know what to do. Until next week, I need you to see a movie, because I'm going to see a movie. Until next week, bye-bye.